Happy Wednesday night. We're doing the Definitely Readers Book Club. Book of the month is up here. I'm waiting for Desi, the other co-host, to join. Let me see. Okay, she's been invited. Okay. 1 minute. All right, so soon we'll have the other co-host who will join. I am simcomming, which is signing and speaking simultaneously. So simcomming. I'm hard of hearing. I have hearing aids. Desi is now joining. Hello. Yes, I can see you. It's weird. It's slow, not big. I mean, I can see all of the comments. Is that a new feature? So I had that happen to me 3 weeks ago, and then soon it changed back to the normal, but I don't know. I do see it. It's smaller. It's just bigger, and I can see the full comments. Oh, interesting. It's the same way for me. That's a little bit weird. Huh. Sorry, my hair is wet. I just showered and everything, and whatever. Okay, so tonight, hello everyone. Hi Heather. Tonight we're discussing. We're supposed to be discussing 18 to 35. I'm not sure if everyone here has read 26 to 35, right? Yes. Because some people are out on vacation, they're and doing other things, which is fine. So we can just go ahead and discuss anyway, and they can just watch it later. Yes. So this is our normal Wednesday night lives. We will be discussing specific chapters of whatever book we are reading for the month for the Definitely Readers Book Club, which you can find us where? On Discord and technically Fable, but we have a website too that you can go to, and everything can be found in the normal place. But anyway, so we'll be discussing the chapters tonight, and then probably tomorrow I will download the live from TikTok and then upload it to YouTube, and you can find the replays there. I'm gonna do 36 before my mom. Oh no, is she okay? I'm hoping your mom is okay. Yeah, her mom. Okay, so I need to look at my notes. I had a lot. I had a few notes. So, Desi, do you want to sign, and I'll just voice what we have if I can remember everything. Okay, so we know that there's technically 3 main characters. Would you maybe? So Leo, Devani, and Olivia, which is Leo's sister. So where we're at is we left off at the party, the ball. Excuse me. Leo is hiding. Oh, well, no. Back up. So what is this book about? What is the book about? Okay, let's go. Okay. So we're just now starting. Hope you're good. And Heather, hopefully your mom improves or continues to be okay. I'm really sorry about your mom. I'm sitting at my work desk tonight because my other desk is just, so I moved and I have my computer on so I can see the comments because my is not, I don't see them all at the bottom. So I'm looking to see the comments on the computer. The lighthouse. Yeah. And that's really pretty. That art is by 58 Creativity, Brittany Castle. She is a deaf graphic artist. So this means like reading, like she's immersed in reading. So she's reading books, yeah. I know. I saw that one and I was like, oh, I need one later. Okay. So the book is about, you ready? I'm sorry, Heather. I hope your mom is doing better. We'll be thinking about her. Okay. So this book that we're discussing is The Magic Thief and the Whisper Heath by Effie Laroe. So there are three main characters: Olivia, Leo and their brother and sister, and then Devani and their friends. So Devani she is from a different realm. She is Fae. And the other two are human. So Devani likes to go into their world, which is called the Iron Realm, which is an interesting name. And she likes to look at and watch humans, and so she met those two. And Leo is deaf. He's hard of hearing. And he does some sign. And so she learned sign to help communicate with them, and they're friends together. They don't know that she is Fae. They have no idea. And they're going along, and then one night, the three of them go out to the bar and drinking. They have another friend who joined, and they're hanging out and enjoying themselves. And when it's all done, they go separate, into couples. So Olivia is with Garrett, the other friend, and they're going to, I want to visit my dad, and so they go to the cemetery where his father is buried. And then all of a sudden, they hear a strange noise in the woods, and they're like, what is up? What is it, a homeless person or something? They have no idea. So they look, and this woman is screaming at him, you left me, blah, 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 what the F? So the woman she is looking for them, and then she ended up, she unalives Garrett. And the woman has crystal, maybe? Yeah, crystal or some kind of crystal blade. I feel like it can't be just a crystal. Like, how could that unalive her? Maybe? I don't know. I'm a little bit confused with that. So she is just like, you ruined my life, thinking maybe Garrett or someone she knew in the past. We don't know. We don't know the exact thing. That's just a question to keep in the back of our head for later. So, and then she analyzed Garrett, and then the woman makes Olivia unalive her. So Olivia did not mean to, but the woman just grabbed her hand and pushed the blade into her knife. Yeah. And at the same time, the crystal, like, she's shocked and like she feels something hurting and it's weird. And the strange man comes walking out. You have unalived an important person. I'm gonna take you. And she's just like, what? And he makes her fall asleep, like he puts her to sleep. Like in Star Wars, no. Star Trek, you know. Where he touches them and they go to sleep unconscious. So he takes her to the other realm, the fairy. And so she has no idea where she is or what is going on, what's happening to her. My friends are out there, my brother, where's my brother, all of this kind of stuff. And she makes mistake after mistake after mistake. She tells them her full name. Now they can control her. So any fae always tell you never say your name, never say thank you. Like, oh, you didn't know about that? I've read multiple books that says like never tell thank you to a fae. Really? I did read it before in a fairy story, but not in that one. I think they said it I thought that they said something at the very beginning. Dev says like, no, don't say thank you to me. But she, you know, she had no idea that she was fae. So maybe that's, but still, you read books and it tells you never say, yeah, like tips like that. So she was little hidden gems in there. So anyways, we're going to hold that thought. So Dev does not know what's going on. Leo does not know what's going on. So Dev she normally has rules that she keeps to herself where she doesn't fall in love. She doesn't stay she doesn't stay overnight because the other realm is a different time. But then she ends up sleeping with Leo. And oh no, I have to go back, I have to go to my world. And so 3 days have passed there. And so they go into that world, and at the same time that Olivia is there, but it's in a different area. So she goes in and she feels like she saw some things have changed, and she goes, oh, how long have I been gone? Oh, 3 days. Okay. So let's go back. And she feels like nothing has happened. And then later finds out, oh, a human is in the world. And that's Olivia. She's like panicking. What has happened? Where's Leo? Is he okay? That kind of thing too. So how does she travel back and forth to the different world? She uses a portal. It's a mushroom ring. And that mushroom ring is impossible for humans. They will continue to dance forever. Well, they will dance until they are dead. They just keep dancing, yeah, till their feet bleed and all of that, yeah. Unless they're touching a fae or holding hands with a fae. So she's like, fine, and she goes back to the human world, and she tries to warn Leo, and Leo, he never heard from Olivia or Garrett or anyone, and he's there. He doesn't answer his parents' call. He has no idea, like, what his sister, where his sister is, what is going on. He is very oblivious. So he's focused on school, and it sounds like maybe 3 weeks have passed, maybe a month. So shocked to see Dev there at his school. He's like, what's up? What are you doing here? And so she explains, and he's like, what? And he goes, come on. We have to go now. And they go, and they use the portal is closed. And so she notices it's closed. Well, the door portal, not the mushroom. Right. But they did visit Olivia's home before Leo, and she tried to figure out where she was. She was not there, but her parents were there. And whew, her parents are not unalived. So Devaney makes them forget about, I guess, both kids, technically. So that. Oh, and like what you find out, this is mentioned before, but what you find is that the more time that you stay in their world, the more that you forget, about your life, like the people you're with, all of this. I honestly think that Kark, I really like his character. He was funny. He was very sarcastic, which I did like too. But yes, so he specifically told her, never tell a Fae thank you. You will owe them. Like, he specifically tells her after she thanks Alaris. Okay, so now I was pulling up my notes. Okay, so now Leo, she takes Leo with them to her sister, and he goes, what do you mean? Where is she? And he explains, and he's just like, what? He does not comprehend the magic. Faye, what? I'm in love with you. And at the same time, it's just like, what's going on? And if I remember correctly, Tob is with her, right? And doesn't he try to like protect Devaney from Tob? And then he finds out that that is her like partner. And he's like, what? What? That was right after she took him to the mushroom. Do not let go of my hand. And they go into the world. And then he was just like, I have to hide you. You can't be seen. Mm-hmm. So they go to a tree hut place where they hide. Well, Leo hides. Devaney leaves and goes back to her. But first, she does explain. Yeah, she explains. With Faye, there's animals, we have magic, all of this stuff going on, and he's just like trying to like process everything. And she was like, I have friends here, and she introduced her to Tob. And they're chatting. Who's that? That's my partner. Oh. He's very, very awkward. It's very, very awkward. He slept with Dev and now finds out that Dev loves this Tav. Which, okay. So maybe this was my assumption, like when it was discussed that she knew she had like a partner, Tav, and like I thought that everyone in her like area knew who she's with, but I guess not, because her sister, I don't like her sister who yeah, Q. I think the name is said because it's Quhuorie. I think it's Corey. Corey is like the sound, maybe. I don't know. Q. She's awful, and she's like, you have to break up now because you represent this family. You can't be dating her. You have to break up, or I will tell Mother Queen, right? And like, I was like, oh wait, I thought they already knew. Like, comments. Sheldon Cooper. I don't know. I guess it's maybe I've read a lot of like books that have fae, and it specifically tells them that you never say thank you. I thought it was in an old fairy tale too. Anyway, you're not supposed to tell your name, and she told the queen her full name, an evil queen. And so Olivia is still a prisoner. For how long? We don't know. We don't know. So she seems like she is there for about a month or 2 months. So, and maybe this, wait. One minute. So in chapter 21, it really discusses the time, like what it means there. And it's like, it's different, like who is she's with. So Olivia is going to a ball, and she runs away because there are some monsters who are chasing her. You smell delicious. You know, like, I want to eat you. Porcupine Man, yeah. And so like they're chasing her, so she is running away, and she meets, but like she like, I don't know, runs into a fae there, and she asks for his help, which you don't ask for help with the fae because you have to owe them, because everything is a trade there, specifically there in this world. But also, you never tell a fae that you need help. Like, he specifically said, do you want to ask for my help? You're asking me for help, which means now she owes him. Anyways, but so she meets this like fae and has an instant lust, you know, like, oh, he's beautiful. Okay, maybe not that, but like attraction, yeah. Like a beautiful man. Oh, she did say that she was drooling. It said that, like, she just felt like, oh, you're beautiful. Yeah, everything was just attracted to him about her. But that, hold your thought, because it was about time. he said that time is not the same in your world, so you can't be really precise on what, like, how much time has passed in the Fae world and the human world. And I really like that, how he said that, like, you know, I liked how he worded that. Okay, go ahead. What were you gonna say about him and how she felt like? So when she was a prisoner and the Queen Seraphine, she used her, ordered her to do some things, and controlling her, and she's trying to address her. You go to the ball because I'm going to show you off because you're mine. I control you. Mm-hmm. So she said she went to the ball and she felt a little bit different. She felt like things that she was seeing and smelling and all of this. And then she meets that person, that Fae. She doesn't know his name, but she calls him Rain. Because he smells like the rain. He smells like, the smell is pleasant to her. Which, so while the monsters who smelled her are chasing her, he glamours them. Mm-hmm. And whisk her away to a bedroom. Yes, they sleep together. Kind of. It was more her pleasure than his, but yes, true. I'm like, you just met that guy. Is it manipulative? Yeah, did he manipulate her or like charm her? Charm her. Yeah, maybe. Who is Rain? Is he connected to the Winter Court? Is he the Ivy King? I think he is. What are your guys' thoughts? Like, who? Yeah, like he keeps changing who he looks like. Mm-hmm. So, what is their thoughts? Like, what are your thoughts about who this person, this Fae, is? I think maybe he's the Ivy King. Could he be a Laris? So Lysander, he is giving me a little bit of an ick right now because he is just, I am loyal to the spring, loyal to you. No, to the spring blood, to the spring blood. He specifically never says her. And then also Princess Emberly. Yeah, Princess Emberly from the Spring Court is who Olivia unalived accidentally. And where she got the blue crystal in her hand, which they say that she stole the magic. So she's a magic thief. Now, he, in the last few chapters, all he has said is all he has said is that you can't trust Alaris. You can't trust, like, you can't trust him. You need to trust me. And I'm like, I'm like, who is Lysander really? Yeah. Could he be playing the game or is he being honest? So I feel like my last few notes had said in chapter 35, it said Alaris has never not told her the truth of what he's doing. He has never hidden anything from her. Now, if he glamored, like, maybe, but like, if she asks, he will tell her what's happening, like what's doing. And then Lysander just, I'm still playing, like, in the back of my mind, like, who is Rain? Could it be one of the kings or someone more important from the world? Could it be Alaris? Could it be Lysander? What's up with Lysander? Why is he so loyal to her? I understand he has to protect her from the queen, but at the same time, why? The queen used him. Oh, could be you were really loyal or just fake. Oh, I'm protect you when I'm gonna get you. Yeah. And is he loyal to the stolen magic? And only that. And Alaris is very, I'm over it. Attitude. Well, he's a prisoner. He was traded for something that we have no idea yet. Like why he is there, borrowed night. But at the same time, so the queen is just awful. I did feel a little pity for her a little bit, and then later I was like, never mind. I hate you again. Well, like the way that she continuously to like force her like kisses on Alaris when he really doesn't, like he does not want that, and he is just like, it's like very, very, I don't want you to kiss me, don't touch me. And she just continues to force her, like, oh, I love you. And he's just like, and then finally she said, if you kiss me, I will release you after this trial or whatever. So he does. And she goes, oh. Like she feels like it's perfect. Like he finally did it. Yeah, yeah, yes, that. Okay, wait, hang on. Ooh, so Hope, is he weirdly attracted to her because of the magic now? That, yeah, maybe. Oh, or an oath to the magic. I think it has something to do with the magic because he specifically never said he's loyal to her, but to the spring blood. And now she has the princess's eyes. Like Olivia now, her eyes have changed. Like she's becoming, yes, she's slowly becoming Fae. Yeah. The queen is. Whew. So she does have an awful background story too. That explains a lot, like who she was. Well, so I'm curious why Iona, her mom, the queen's mom, why was she so bad and awful? Because her mom was supposed to be nice and like kind, and because Tanseer, the servant, the water, I don't know, the water servant, water maid, yeah, the maid, the hand, I don't know specifically. She loved that queen. No, no, yeah. So Iona's mom was really nice. So why is Iona awful and was mean to her daughter, which made Seraphine awful. Like, normally if you're nice most times to your kids, they will be nice most times. Maybe something happened in the middle. We don't know. Yeah. She's like, so the queen's background is awful. And she is awful when she didn't like what Olivia did. What did she do? She danced. And she like cut it. She cut it. Which, there you go. Your actions have consequences. Wait, so if you remember chapter 34, maybe, it talks about when your hair is like severed, it means you start it over, like you've lost it all. Square one. So, but Olivia didn't know that. She didn't know the meaning behind it. If that's why the queen did that. Maybe, but I mean, that's why Lysander and Alaris, Alaris had long hair, or Lysander. Yes. No. That's why they have, yes, but like the queen cut Olivia's hair. Olivia has no idea why that's bad, just saw her being mean and punishing her, but doesn't understand the meaning behind the cutting of the hair. I think she does later. When Kark mentions it, yes, but not at the time when it happened. Yeah, she knew it was humiliation, yeah. So why she was punished and go away, and brought to Tanseer. No, before that, Cobb. Oh. Like, the goat woman, I didn't think she was that bad at the beginning, but she was okay, but wow. She is awful. She made her dance and laughed at her. And the drink. I said, don't drink that, Olivia. Alaris brought her to get cleaned up. Tanseer see hers. I liked her at that time. The first time that when we met that character, I was a little bit scared. But now this time I was just like, oh. Because she was thinking about her past and her mother, and she was a child, and she was a happy life. But now she's a prisoner too, and she's watching Olivia, she's washing her hair, she has magic to brush it and grow her hair. And make it grow, and I was like, oh, that's nice. And so she's taking care of her, and then Olivia thought Lysander helped her. No, it's Tanseer did it. And then, like, when she was walking, Tanseer was walking to the queen's room. And just, like, how it was described that, like, she was, like, drying and, like, she was decaying, and I guess like when the iron, because she was punished with iron, and so she like is like makes her like skin like dry, and she becomes blind So, I mean, the queen unalives her. And you find out that they did that specifically to make sure they get all the blood to make blood necklace, blood gems. Hi, DEAFinitely. Nice to meet you. We are friends who co-host a book club. It's an online one. We read together a specific book, and our book club is called DEAFinitely Readers. Why did I finger spell readers? I don't know. Whatever. Sorry, DEAFinitely Readers. And we're a book club that focuses on books that have deaf and hard of hearing characters, or like sign language representation, or books written by deaf and hard of hearing authors. Now, this book does have a hard of hearing character who signs, Leo. He's more of a side character. Yes, you can still join. So if you don't know sign, that is fine. You can still join. Yes, which is why I'm voicing, and I'm simcomming. Yeah. So we did not introduce ourselves. I'm KT James. Short name is Carrie. I'm hard of hearing, and I'm simcomming, just to make sure that everyone has access. And I'm voice interpreting for her, for Desi. My name is Desiree. Desi, she's deaf, and she is just signing. And you can join, yeah, come on. So we have a Discord channel where we discuss a lot of the chapters. That, and not just chapters, but also we have other like questions and ASL resources. I don't know, chats. And then right now we're on TikTok lives on Wednesday night doing a deeper analytic of the book, and specifically of the deaf parts representation that we want to look at. So like talking about that, I did think it was interesting because Lena is a bird woman. So I'm a little bit curious your thoughts, because in the beginning Leo mostly voiced, so he's the hard of hearing character, and did some sign. Now when he moved into the Fae realm, and with Flena, she seems to understand voicing because Devaney talks with her. So why did Leo not voice, since most times that we saw him, he mostly voiced? He did some sign. Like, I did like that part where, you know, Flena is drawing and then Leo shows her the sign and they start to communicate that way. But I understand that Flena doesn't have a lot of words herself, like, so she has very simple conversations, like 1-2 words at a time, but she seems to understand Devaney telling her to, you know, protect Leo, watch him, take care of him. Maybe bird language, I don't know. I just thought that was an interesting, was that added later or what? I was curious your guys' thoughts. So my thoughts about Flena, I liked because at first I was like, whoa, weird. Leo is just like, why is Definitely leave? I'm stuck here alone. I'm isolated. I don't know. It's that I don't have anyone to communicate with. But Flena is watching him, and she takes some slow process with him to make sure he's okay, and is very, very like sitting beside him. And Leo doesn't like that, but she's trying to make sure he's doing okay and everything. And then she can change to human form, not the bird form. So she did that to make him comfortable and accommodate him. And I started to see him her drawing, and she's showing him, and they're using gestural language. And so he shows her the sign and starts picking it up. So I did like how that part showed the frustration and how you can communicate in a way as a way to communicate. Yes, no. I agree. I liked that part of like the drawing and then the showing of the sign and the working together to figure out how they can communicate. I just, like, in the back of my mind, I was thinking, he can voice, so why not? Like, why is he just angry with Deb and just like is refusing to talk? That kind of like thought that I had. So I was just curious what you guys thought about it. So speaking of that, I did notice things that didn't really make sense to me, like that part. Some things are not really matching or going with the story. One second. Okay. Sorry, I had a notification and I had to close it for my work. Why are you still on? Anyways, okay, so some things that didn't match with the story are about hard of hearing or deaf, or not just that. It was more like the story is going, and then I read and I was like, huh, okay, sure, huh, okay. That's the little things like in different areas. I was curious did you experience the same things, like feeling that maybe there's something missing? Why are they talking about that now? What happened over here? Yes, that. Hope. What you said. This like some like time jumps. Yeah, like jumping. So I do know that this is the start to a series. So I'm thinking that there are some like time jumps because she's trying to set up what's left of the story, maybe. It could be a question we can ask and say, like, we noticed some like time jumps about like this character. I do feel like there's a lot of background in this story. And it's good to add that question, yeah. So we do have more to discuss. There's some things. So Leo is in the hut with Flena. And they're learning to communicate at that time. Oh. So the funny thing, really, sorry, just fast. The funny thing about his hearing aid battery and the beeping, I was just like, even with like rechargeable hearing aid battery or hearing aids, it still does that beeping sound. And so he turned it off. And I did really enjoy, he said he doesn't want to just waste the power of trying to hear a person he doesn't want to communicate with. Like that. Like he's setting a boundary. I don't want to talk. Like, yes, like just take it off. And I was just like, I feel that. I feel that. You had a comment on Discord and said that maybe they are like rechargeable hearing aids, but at the same time, he probably didn't bring his hearing aid batteries with him. And they don't have that kind of batteries in the Fae world because they're not. No. I'm saying like Leo was at school when Dev like just like grabbed him. So he left everything there and she didn't go back to pick up anything. So he left like immediately with only what was in his his pockets. So he doesn't have hearing aid batteries. So it could be rechargeable or it could be batteries and he just doesn't have. And in the Fae world, they don't have the batteries there. I'm wondering if maybe later, if he find magic to make his hearing go. So I think at the beginning it said that Devaney had never seen a deaf person before because they didn't have that in Fae, right? Did I read that or did I make that up? Because the queen has a servant and says, oh, you can talk in front of him. He's deaf. Because they had iron, like, mutilated him. So he can't hear. But is that just because, like, she is a bad person? Because Devaney has said she'd never seen a deaf person before. I was just curious. Yes. Well, okay. Everything is beautiful and everything can be a trade. That explains that entire world. So if you're not beautiful, and then you're a monster, right? You're not beautiful, you're a monster. Or if you're not beautiful, you're a monster. If you're beautiful, you can, like, your life can be traded by another person. Technically. Not the powerful, not those people, the kings and queens and whatever. Yeah, it was a lot of focus on the beauty. Okay. You had a thought that you were starting and then I interrupted you with the hearing aid battery. What I was going to say is we are here when Lysander and Alaris discuss with the queen. Queen says, I'm going to send her away. You're going to go with her, and ordered her to spy on the king, the spring king. And before she sends her off, she gave her a gown, a beautiful gown, and then red earrings and a necklace too. And later found out it is not like rubies. It's actually the blood of Tenseer, and she can't take it off. No matter what she's doing, she can't take it off. And that's your consequence, your actions. I will, and a lot of your friends. So she's stuck with them. And the three of them go out of the real kingdom. So there's a false kingdom and a true kingdom. That was a little bit. So, oh, yeah, because there was like the underworld, like the hill, and then there was like the normal fairy world, and then there was Earth, right? And I feel like spring and summer is in the normal world, which is like not normal, but the fairy world, like this one. So like Earth, yeah, Underhill. They had different levels. Yeah. That was a little bit confusing to read about that. I'm still a little confused. But anyways, they went out of that world and there's no one there. There's no people. And so they're traveling and they have to go to the spring court. And they're traveling, and while they're doing that, she feels like, take it off, take this dress off. Alaris tried to help, and then he just ends up carrying her while they're walking. That was funny. That was a funny part. So now we're going to hold on that thought. So she is half human. She doesn't have the endurance yet. She's just not strong. She gets tired. She still needs food like humans do. So they're resting, and she saw the dress dissolving, and the queen is humiliating her again. She gave her not a real dress, glamour dress, or a magic dress that dissolves. Yeah. And Alaris helped again. He made her a sack dress from her pillowcase, but it was a silk pillowcase, so it was a nice sack dress, right? Again, and she's embarrassed me again. So she thought all this negative thoughts, and she could only remember her brother. That's it. So she's holding on to that. And they're going, and she meets Kark. I love that character right now. He's very, very sassy. Yes. Yeah. So they meet. Oh. The monster, yeah. The porcupine man, he found her. And Alaris got him away. Lysander did that part. He took her away and unalived the porcupine man. So when he did that, he was in a trance. He was just like staring at him. And Olivia's just like, hey, I'm sorry. I'm just gotta protect you, okay? Yeah. I'm like, I'm still curious about those two. What happened? What is their background about the knights? How do they get where they are, right? So now they have Kark and the other three, and they're going, And we hear about the Whisper Heath. Finally, the Whisper Heath. Oh, so that is land and it's got grass growing, and the story that they heard about it, they never really, you don't really touch it before, but understand when you go in, you can never come out. So why are we going if it's dangerous? There's no other way but to go that way. Well, so Lysander says there's another way, and he's like, I don't want to listen to Alaris about going through the Whisper Heath. Like, no, we need to not go that way. It's dangerous. And that's when I was just like, what are you hiding, Lysander? What are you hiding? Oh, what is Alaris up to? True. True. My favorite part with Karg so far is stinky, stinky human. Stinky, stinky. You're stinky human. You keep my spot warm. It's funny. And then he says, it's either the brooding night or the clingy night. Which one? I was laughing. I was like, that's so right. I prefer the grumpy right now. I prefer him. Alaris. That's my preference. Which is yours? Who do you prefer? I would say Alaris. Because I don't know if Lysander is being honest or if he's up to something. Because Alaris is just like, I don't know what's going to happen. I will keep a gloomy face and hide things, but later I will show what's up, what I'm about. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Well, what about the group? He did stay with her too overnight. She asked him to stay. Can you stay with me? And he did that. He made her a gown. He carried her. He picked her up. He picked her up from when the goat woman like spelled her and helped her, took her to Tanseer, who cleaned her, which she said, the queen said that Tanseer was unalived because of Olivia to help remind her that she did something. But what specifically did she do for Tanseer to get punished and unalived? Because is it the magic thief, the blue spot? Is it dancing with Lysander? Like, what did she do? This part, the dancing, she's already gotten punished for. So what did she do? Maybe Rain? Oh, maybe she found out about Rain. Oh, maybe. I don't know. Anyway, so I feel like Alaris is quietly in the background helping. So hope. Oh, yeah. That's true. That's true. Going through the mind of Moria. Yeah. So I did talk with you on text, and I said it's not the same, but it's a little bit like ACOTAR. Like the areas that they're going to, but that is a typical Fae world. You have the different courts. Oh, okay. The book series that I'm thinking about, like that when I say like you never say thank you, you never say your real name. The book series has like Winter Court, like it has like a Fae world there. Unseelie and Seelie. Yeah, Unseelie and Seelie. Yes. It's by Helen Harper. Um, Bloodfire is the first one. I think there's 4 books in the series. And it's a romance series. And there's shifters, vampires, fae, oh, no, the vampires are bad. They're really, really bad. Oh, and magic users, so like witches. But they're called mages. So it has all of that, and she is a dragon. Not magic, she's a dragon. She. Yeah, the girl. Not the male. He's a, what is he? He's a panther, I think. Panther. Cat. Maybe. He's a big cat. So anyways, I think it's Helen Harper, I think Bloodfire is the first one. Anyway, that was where I'm saying, like, I've heard that part before, like, you never, like, I've read it before that too, but specifically I read that book again, like 2 months ago. Anyway. So when he made the dress, and that's very common, I see that comment on Discord, I said, wow. Let's finger spell again. Manners. Oh, manners in the Fae world. Yeah, manners. Yeah. Illegal in the banned in the Fae world. I'm polite. It's gonna cost you your life. You can still be polite and not say thank you. Well, but you can say like I appreciate your help. That's not saying thank you, but it means the same thing. Just don't say specifically thank you. She could sign it. True. They don't know sign. Who knows? Yeah. So we know who was the magic thief, Olivia. We also found out about the Whisper Heath. And Leo woke up. Okay. Wait. Let's back up. So they're going through and they heard something and they look, and who's that? It's a Forsposker Jado person. But so they're staring at each other, and she comes closer, and the knights can't see her or something, right? They're over there. Yeah. So she's standing right there, and the Jado person comes closer, and all of a sudden is in front of her and pushes her, and so she fell backwards. And the Whisper Heath, in her blood did it get on the grass, and that's what awoken the land, the blood? It woke up, yeah. You have woken. You can never leave. So it means that the Whisper Heath is a monster, a beast? Or is it like an ancient magic? I think it's the ancient magic. Making sure I didn't miss anything. And then they come in, they notice that they get taken to the Cardinal Council, the three of them. How do they know she was there? Well, they because the land woke up, her blood, I think, like touched the ground, and so they found where she was, because when they arrived, I think the queen is there. So they're not, because they're supposed to be secretly like hiding and going to the spring court, but now they're in the audience of all the queens and kings, and I guess Dev might be there. We don't know yet. So it said you can't use a surveillance. Yeah, so you have to walk through it. But now someone is using the circle, the portal. It's interesting. I'm curious about what happens next with that. So back to Leo. So he is with Flena in the tree hut, tree notice thing. And he knows something different, something strange. The grass is coming towards them. Yeah. And he smells, and then he can't, like, his ears are hurting. I want to know what you guys think about that. Is it the magic? Do you think it's the magic that is like almost bursting his ears? Maybe it's the pressure because it's coming. Oh. And so it woke up and it's like, yeah, it's a tsunami. Mm-hmm. Maybe like it's calling all the creatures, or all the people are hearing it and it's awake now or something. I don't know. Yeah. So I do think there's two quotes at the end so far, like the last two chapters, that I really liked. It said, take our breath, or our sight, our limbs, or life, but they can't take our love. And I was like, It's between Tav and Tom comment that to Dev. Yeah, I was like, that's so sweet. And then the last thing is on chapter 34. It said that, speed can be trained, strength can be practiced, knowledge can be learned. Yes, that. I like that. But I am curious what's gonna happen next. I feel like we're in the meat of the story now. Like, what's gonna happen next? Okay, that's probably not the right sign, but that's a good example. I felt like at first we were just like, what is Whisper Heath? Like, why is that? Are they talking about a field? Maybe. And now, oh, okay. Quick atmospheric pressure change, like storms, a storm of magic. It could be that. Because sometimes when the weather changes, I feel, in my ears. Like, so I live on a mountain, and so, like, driving, like, off, like, to go to the store, it, like, my ears are just, they're always, like, popping, like, all the time because of the pressure changes. And sometimes it really hurts depending on the day. So it is very... There's one more thing I wanted to say about what we had read at the end, but now I can't remember. I can't remember. So I have a quote I like too, and I'm looking for it right now, but I want to hold on that because the thought just popped up. So one thing that while she was trying to communicate with Leo, Felina, and she's drawing, Leo found some, but she showed him some of her other pictures, some beautiful pictures. And then what's next? What happened? He accidentally like knocked over Sorry and found this picture, and it's just awful, scary. It had little birds who had died, had passed away, and she was sad. And he could see on her face the trauma and felt for her. And it could be her children or her family. I think it was her family. Yeah. So, sorry, I had a thought pop up and I was holding my thought. Okay. The last thing when you were talking about like the grass was just like growing and coming and the smell. What is it about this world and the smells? Everything that is mentioned is a smell. Like her iron blood. Okay, she's from Earth, that world, the iron world, human world. But everything, like the man that she sleeps with, Rain, is because he smells like rain. Everything that they talk about, it always has a smell before. Like whenever they mention something new, maybe high sensitive to world to smell, I would not survive there. No, both of us, like, my smell is really sensitive. I can't deal with it. If I smell something, I have to know where that's coming from. So but anyway, like the smell in that world, I would not survive. Like, I was walking down the stairs the other day and I was like, what happened? Like, what are you cooking? Like, I was like, it smells awful. I just smell like things my husband and children can't smell. Saying, what are you talking about? They're like, what are you talking about? And I'm like, I can smell something. And I'm looking for it in the house, and it should be like, it could be like food the kids left out, or wet clothes, or a towel that was wet and it was on the floor. And I'm like, oh, the smell is awful. Like, there have been times that I, like, my husband has brought home like his food from like work. Yeah, he's listening. And I'm like, I can't clean that. Like, you're gonna have to, do it yourself. Or his clothes, like his kits from biking. I'm like, can't, I can't touch that. Sometimes my dog will like, I will have to go out to the bathroom and like I don't hear her whining at night, and so she poops in the house, and like instantly, as soon as she starts, I can smell it, and I'm like, ugh. So this world with everything that smells and is such a very, 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 very like high sensitivity, I'm not sure if I would survive. I know it's too much information, but one of my children was a baby, and we still change their diaper. I can smell when they pooped. Yeah, when they're still in diaper. Oh, they didn't change. Oh, yes, that. Still to this day, I promise you, there's poop in there. I promise you. Today, like, one of my nieces is still in diapers, and we were together, and I was like, "Do you smell that?" And they're like, "No," and I was like, And it's like, did someone like fart, or is there poop? Like, smell that? Like, and there was poop in the diaper, and I was like, this is your child. This is not my child now. Anyway, so Hope said, could maybe smell is a major sense that is heightened in the magic users? Sorry. We forgot a really important specific detail in the story. When Tanseer was helping Olivia, and she's cleaning her, and she goes off, and then they call for Tanseer. Tanseer knew, I'm finally leaving this area. I know I will die. She goes to the queen, and at that moment, the last thing she said to the queen, oh yeah, that thing you have desired since before it will, since you desire, that thing that you desire the most, I will take with me to my grave. You will never know your father, and you will never know a mother like mine. Woo. I was like, yeah, go girl. Oh, that was a way to go out. Oh, I think I said at the very, very end, she stayed strong. And like, I feel like she never really surrendered to the queen. Like, she knew she was a servant, or a prisoner, but she was still herself. Yes, that was really hard to read. Yes. It was just poor Tanseer. So this is with her mom again. Okay, so chapter 29, the quote says, I would have killed you a long time ago if it weren't for your blues secret. But everything here is a trade. It's worth the trade, yeah. You're trading Olivia. So that was what the queen told her. And she said, you are like the daughter I never wanted. I laughed at that part. I was like, that's a queen. That's the Queen Seraphine thing to say. So, also a quote from Lysander. I can't remove your burden from your heart, but I can promise that spring Ken is deeply bonded, and I will be with you by your side. Spring, again, spring. Ken, blood, so the blood, so spring blood is deeply bonded. Spring blood, again, not Olivia, but the blood in her body. No, the blood from the blue crystal in her body. I feel like that's what it's talking about. Yes, Hope. I was very glad that she won. Tan Seer won in her own way. The queen didn't get her memories or what she wanted. So another quote. I think Alara said this to Olivia. How are you so clever but not smart enough to see what is in front of you? No, Kark. I feel like that was Kark. Yeah. Alaris did say you are no stranger to bravery, which I did like that quote too. Right? I feel like that was Kark who said, how are you so smart? And Lysander said, my loyalty is with the blood of the spring. So that again, I still feel like there's something with Lysander that is not really about Olivia. It's about blood and his loyalty to the blood and to the magic. So another quote. Alara said this to Lysander. I know what's coming. Your controlling passion will lead you one day to your final breath. Mark my words. Yeah. What is it? Mark my words. Is that what you signed? I was like, whoo. Mark, not Mark, but like Mark. Like note my words. Like note my words. Note it down. This is what I'm saying. I was like, oh. So does Lysander have his downfall? Well, so next week we are reading chapters 36 to 43. But before next week, this Friday, which I need to make another post tomorrow. Two things. We have, so this week on Friday night at 8:30, right? 8:30? Should be 8:30. We have an interview with AC Toy from the Daisy Chain Reaction. So we're going to be doing it on TikTok. It's 8:30 Central Standard Time. And 6:30 PST. So we are doing it on TikTok, not on Instagram. So I will be voicing most of the time for Desi, and I think most of the time I will be voicing for Desi, and AC Toy will be simcomming, and I will be simcomming. What'd you say? I said I will do my best to sign clearly for me, not like get super fast. Yeah. Well, I do feel like voice interpreting for you, for me, is easier because I know you, like, we've known each other so long. So most times I think I get it right. I could be wrong sometimes. Anyways, so AC Toy will be simcomming, and it should be fine. Yes. So the plan is we're going to be on here at 8:30 Central Standard this week on Friday night, the 11th, right? 11th? For the interview with AC Toy. If you miss it, it will be on YouTube the next day. And it's about her book, The Daisy Chain Reaction. And then also we are going to discuss a little bit. We're going to just ask her a few questions because she has recently set up, it's the indie author. It's not really it's not that kind of revolution, but it's the indie author revolution, IAR, that Discord and things that have like a lot has happened in like 3 months since they started it. So we're going to be interviewing her. So if you have any last minute questions, you can go ahead and add them, but we may not do that because we've already sent her questions. We have sent an email to Effie about an interview. Yeah, you can do question comments here and ask questions on, yeah. So if you have time. We will be emailing Effie about an interview maybe in August or the last week of July, maybe, yeah. And then tomorrow we will be setting up the vote, and we decided to do all swimming, like ocean kind of books. That's not really what happened, not swimming, but like water, summer themed. It's not really planned, but it just happened to be the choices that we made. So it's a cruise fling by Laura Brown. She's hard of hearing author, and the character is hard of hearing. I'm not sure if they sign, but also there is other disability representation because there is an amputee in the book. Hunting Sirens by Mary Meacham. I did recently read this, and honestly I was not expecting the deaf representation to be very good, and I thought it was really well done. So like, I recommend it. I will read it again. There are things I know that I missed. And then the last one is in the Drowning Deep. No, in the Drowning Deep. In the, yeah, both. Oh, I mean, we can go ahead and offer both. We can have 4. Okay, so 3. Okay, so let the people here decide on that last one. So in the Drowning Deep or Deep Light. Now, I know Deep Light is not ASL, but they have their own sign language. I know that. Oh, that would be a great book to read for that. So in the, 1 minute. In the Drowning Deep is about a ship to film a documentary and an ancient sea creatures. It's just their story. So the crew is going and looking, and there are some seeing the truth, searching for the truth in the ocean. So this is more like searching in the water. I think it has sign language with that crew. I'm not really sure. It says it has deaf representation, so it's not been a book that I've read yet. And LBGTQ representation too. Okay. So Deep Light by Francis something. 1 minute. I know Deep Light is on the library. I think the Laura Brown too. And in the Drowning Deep too. I feel like that one was. I feel like all of them had audiobooks too. Maybe not Hunting Sirens. Let me look. Deep Light. Just gonna sign this. Is about so 50 years ago there's a war and they fought each other and no one knows why. Now they have a dead god with strange powers. If you find and you get it, are you brave enough to dive down and search for it? So as a 15-year-old boy, Clark, I think his name is, he found it and his heart is beating, and he'll do everything and risk to keep it a secret, to kill it for his powers. So if his heart, does he want to save his life of his best friend? Or will that power, it's not made for a human? I'm not sure if which character is deaf. I don't know. I feel like it was the main character. Onyx Storm. I have not read it yet. I have it. I bought it the day it released. I told myself I was not gonna do that because I have found recently I really don't like starting a series if it's not finished, because I want to just keep reading it. And so I've put it up on my shelf and I've not read it yet, but I've read the first two. Also, I was pretty disappointed with Iron Flame, and I have friends who had like feelings about Onyx Storm, so I have not started it yet. I will. It's on my TBR. Yeah. Onyx Storm. Yeah. Hope the same. Like the first book was really good, and I feel like the second book was written really fast. And I was hoping it'd come back in the third book, but I've not read it yet. Oh, your shirt. Okay. Okay. So Hunting Sirens does not have an audiobook. It is on Kindle Unlimited or the ebook or a paperback. Hunting Sirens does not have an audiobook. Laura Brown, the A Cruise Fling, has an audiobook, a physical book, and a Kindle book. We can go ahead. We'll just let everyone know that one book doesn't have an audiobook. Oh, which did you guys decide yet? In the Drowning Deep or Deep Light? Well, I was going to let them decide. Hope, did you say... Oh, yeah, join our book club. Come on. In the Drowning Deep and Deep Light. So they both have diving and searching for things in the water, in the sea. Okay, so there is an audiobook, a Kindle book, a physical book for Deep Light. So we do have a link in our bio for Discord and also to visit our website, DEAFinitelyReaders.com. DEAFinitelyReaders.com. You can see that I've fingerspelled it a lot. Oh, I have a funny Marco Polo I need to send you, Desi. I will after this. So I have started, so Deep Light is specifically, it's middle grade YA book. So it's like aged, because the boy is 15, I think, and it says like age 12 and older. So, and then in the Drowning Deep, I think it is more like not complicated, but it's more like new adult, so like 18 and older. And then the cruise romance book, that is, I think they're middle 20s. And then Hunting Sirens, she's 19. I want to say she's 19, maybe 20. So new adult, if that helps. Okay. We can just make that hurt. We need to make sure that both of them has a deaf representation. This one is really quiet about it. I know we found out recently, but we need to find it again. So I feel like if I remember it correctly, I'm not sure, because I started Deep Light 2 years ago and then I paused it, but I think I was just not ready to read that book yet, but I don't know. Okay. Hey, so SF, most of the books that have and that are like ebook, we normally have a Kindle, but I do know that some people have like Kobo, which uses like an EPUB, and if you buy the ebook, you can usually send it to another e-reader. You can download it as an EPUB like file. So both will work. That I'm ready for bed too soon. Yeah. So we'll be voting soon, tomorrow. We have an interview with AC Toy on Friday. This Friday. We will set up an interview with Effie as well. And then next week we are going to read chapters. Do we want to double or do we just want to keep this separated? So it's 36 to 43 right now. Or we could just finish it and do 36 to 51. I feel like finish. It doesn't matter. It depends on whatever the readers want to do. How much. We will discuss it, but for sure, go ahead and read chapters 36 to 43 for next week. We will let you guys know about the voting, but do make sure to join the live on Friday night or 8:30. We will have AC Toy for an interview. I'm excited. Yay! We had to postpone it a little bit, so sorry. Yeah, things happened. Any last minute questions? Oh, the SF Mama. We have on our Discord and our website, we do have a lot of deaf and hard of hearing character like books or written by recommendations. We have a big list and it's separated out by like children's, middle grade, young adults, adult romance, nonfiction, poetry. It's all separated. So if you need more book recommendations, we got you. Or if you have read a book that has a deaf or hard of hearing character and we don't know, please let us know. Yeah, contact us. We'd be happy to add it to our list. So I'm hoping more of fantasy with deaf. There's a lot of romance. It's the easiest to write, I feel like. I do think we need to add, I don't think we've added Peter's book there yet, Uniter. Because we haven't read it yet. But we need to add it. I'm writing a fantasy book with deaf characters. If I can finish it, get it out there, yeah. My quiet goal is release next January. No, I'm getting it edited in January. I'm trying to find an editor right now. Hey Desi, do you need a book to read? Can you read the book, please? Come on. And, I'm pretty sure that if the book club wants to have it early, they could be ARC readers. We could see. Okay. So any last minute things that we want to discuss? that's all for now for me. So Hope did say that she wants to finish by next week. So we could just go ahead and say 36 to 51 and then finish it. And then the last 2 weeks of the month, we can just do like deaf culture, maybe an interview, and do that. Perfect. We'll make the announcement. Okay, well, I hope everyone has a good night. Get some sleep. Bye. Happy reading. Happy reading.